It's a chilly one in the deep south, that is for sure. And we'll take a look at the team list now. And this is the John McGlashan College side. Flannery, Fowler and Light in the front row. Morton and Cleaver Donovan locks the scrum. Larrabee, the captain, Abbott and McRae in the loose. Johnston and Hill steering the ship for Johnnies today. Funga and Timu. Jack Timu, the son of John. Leith, McClure and Dyson, the back three. Look out for Ben Joseph, son of Jamie, on the bench today for John McGlashan. Let's head now to the assistant coach of John McGlashan.
Well, Russell at home today, first big one for Otago Premier Schools comp. How's your team feeling?
Great, yeah, beautiful day now, and we're just really looking forward to it. We've had a long lead into this, a couple of pre-season games, but boys are just ready to go now.
Tell us about those pre-season games. You had Francis Douglas and you had Christ College. How was your performances through those? Yeah,
we were relatively happy. The results obviously weren't there, but that wasn't really what it was about pre-season. We were just looking at getting our flow going and getting some things that we've been working on over the summer into place. So happy enough.
And Aaron Major there as well, making up the coaching duo that you have. How's it working with Azza?
Yeah, he's awesome. The boys have learned so much already in the first few months, as have I, obviously. It's just good having that professional setup. He's brought a whole new belief to these guys, so we'll just see how that transfers today.
Yeah, and Southland boys are always a decent threat, so you'll need to be up for the challenge today.
Yeah, they're a pretty good school every year, but apparently this year is the year for them, so we'll just see how we go. But yeah, our boys are primed.
Oh, you're at home under the sun, so wish you well.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Well, last year, Southland boys went on to make the semi-finals of the Premier competition. They beat John McGlashan 17-15 in the opening round, and that was due in part to a magnificent forward pack. Fisher, Taylor and McIntosh in the front row today. Ariati Burgess and Andrew locked the scrum. Bevan, Taylor and Withy, the captain, in the loose. Nicholson and Nikora Ballack, look out for him today in the number 10 jersey. Kavanagh and Kuresa in the midfield. Paraki, Peterson right and White round out the back three. Jason Dermody is the co-coach.
Thanks for joining us, Jason. So we start the Otago Premier Schools comp today. How's your team?
Our team's ready for the challenge. We're up for it today, so we're looking forward to playing in the schoolboy competition again. So yeah, it'll be a good opportunity. Yeah.
And pre-season form, you'll be happy with that so far?
Yeah, we'll take that. We knocked over two pretty big scalps, so yeah, the boys are really wrapped, so we're on a roll. So hopefully not grounded today. Yeah,
well, tell us about that King's College victory. That a bit unexpected, but you put a performance together. The forward pack got rolling. Yeah, forward pack stepped up. We've got a couple of driving balls, and yeah, it was on the front foot all day, and we played really well. So can't fault the boys. So it was really good. And what about 2020, the season, the learnings for this year? What are you hoping to see from your team?
Just carry on from last year. We're really pleased with our team last year. Like, our best performance last year was when we got beaten in the semi-final against Kings. So we take a lot out of that, and just look forward to this year. Just a complete season.
Oh, and John McGlashan, they'll pose a threat. It's game one, so you just still got to go and do a job, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're always niggly. They had a good side last year, and the year before that went to South Africa with them. So yeah, we know what they're going to be like. So they'll be tough. So we'll be up for it.
Oh, I wish you well today. Good luck.
Awesome. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Oh, there's a familiar face, Jamie Joseph, former Highlanders coach and All Black, of course, and a busy time for him coming up too with Japan. Of course, the British and Irish Lions looming. Historic fixture against that side, and he's here today to watch his son cheer him on. Ben Joseph playing for John McGlashan College. And he's off the bench today, Ben Joseph. A great occasion here, Ben Castle. Good to see the school out in force.
Well, this is what it's about, isn't it? Land Rover First 15 Rugby, where the colours come out. You see the banners, friends and family supporting under the sunshine as well, which you've mentioned. This colours that we see of all these schools in their hats, their caps, their traditional caps as well.
Established in 1881. Southland Boys High School, 22 All Blacks to come out of there. Some famous faces indeed, including 100-test All Black veteran Mills Mulaina. Of course, he transferred to Kelston at the end of his high school years. Plenty of faces: Jamie McIntosh, Paul Anderson, Clark Dermody, Jason's brother, of course, Corey Flynn. And looking to build on the magnificent season last year in Land Rover First 15 Rugby, and they made the semi-finals. Two notable performances too: a draw against Kings High School and Otago Boys, the eventual champions. There they come. Beautiful afternoon in Dunedin.
Hey? Yeah, I know.
And captain this afternoon, Aaron Withy, deputy head boy in his final year of high school at Southland Boys. And this John McGlashan side, the forwards especially, Ben Castle, had their hands full today.
Well, that's where King's College, that's where they were done. Southland boys, they really hammered them at scrum and line-out time, their set piece. So John McGlashan, that's where they'll need to front. A couple of losses into pre-season, but all bets are off now. The pressure, you can hear the bagpipes.
Quentin McKenzie on the bagpipes at John McGlashan. A wonderful pipe band out of this college. And a great way to welcome out their first 15. Thomas Larrabee, their captain, in the number 6 jersey, the year 13 student. They didn't have the best start to the Otago Premier Schools comp last year, but they finished strongly, John McGlashan. And on their home patch, they'll be looking to take down a very talented Southland boys side this afternoon. Southland boys ready for the haka kaya. Nikora Balak will lead it for Southland boys. Challenge laid down by Southland boys, and now it's the turn of John McGlashan, led by Ben Joseph for their haka.
Kia kaha, owe hi owe.
Well, not just the cool weather here in Dunedin, those two haka sending shivers down the spine at John McGlashan College. And been such an important game to start the year on the right note, and particularly for John McGlashan, who I said made a good finish to the season last year, but kicking off against Southland Key. Fraser Hannon, the referee, so crucial for John McGlashan to make a good start.
Well, the way that these two teams have started and have approached this game, the respect we can see from both of them, the tradition and the history that these two teams have, how they are starting this Otago Premier Schools competition today. You see how much it means. You can see the supporters have come up as well, down from Southland.
Boys, reserves.
Up in support.
Good to be back in Dunedin. The bluff oysters and cheese rolls stocking the shelves of the supermarkets. And looking forward to some good old-fashioned rugby here in Dunedin. College rugby, can't beat it.
Conrad, you got another ball.
Great to have you with us here on Sky Sport.
Boys, chuck that ball.
You see the Southland boys side there. The forward pack has been talked about so much, how strong the scrum and line out is at set piece and getting that dominance up there. But
yeah, just touch.
That back line as well is lethal. So how John McGlashan handle that? Well, they'll get first use of the ball as well.
Be good to go over there, Mark.
Well, Kai Nikora-Balak for Southland boys comes from good stock, a relative of Jose Enrico Gear, Sean Wainui, and all set. Otago Premier Schools competition underway at John McGlashan. An early possession for the home side here. Look to work it out through McClure from their 22. Johnston looks for Hill in the pocket, carried back.
Stop forward, stop! Get out, get out!
And in the sun, it's fielded by Southland boys. And now they get an early chance to attack through Taylor. Big carry, Zion Taylor. Straight into traffic. And Nicholson, they look for a short side play. Nikora-Balak, it's been touched and back with the 10. And grubbers it through. Well, and McClure has done well here. In fact, it's Caleb Hill who kicks in field. Chase is good too, and great tackle on Peterson Wright, the fullback. John McGlashan putting plenty of pressure on. At ruck time. And Nicholson will look for a clearance. Back to his 10. And Nikora-Balak being touched. And McGlashan scored! Tom Fowler.
Well, what a start for the home team in front of their fans. The pupils here at John McGlashan, they're on their feet. This all started way back from Caleb Hill. Positioned out on that left wing. Look at this is individual brilliance, a little bit of footwork, and then the afterburners go on. And then the presence of mind to put it, but you've got to turn a kick into a good one with the chase. And look at this chase, it's brilliant. And then the arrival of all the players and this charge down. Well, this is brilliant. Fell the hooker, we couldn't believe it. Timing, try time.
Wonderful pressure, John McGlashan. As Ben Castle said, Caleb Hill, individual brilliance down the left wing touch. And to put the tackle in as well. And pin Southland boys in that 22. It's McGlashan who lead here early in front of their home fans.
I shoot number 15, mate. 30 seconds, don't rush it. You're good, mate. Plenty of time. I shoot number 15, should be number 14.
Oh, these big games. Momentum. Applying pressure, absorbing pressure, both of them. What a start. Could have asked for a better one. Coach Aaron Major, Russell Lundy.
Ryan Leith on the angle for Johnny's. It's away though. But a fantastic start for McGlashan. The try to Tom Fowler, the year 12 student.
And here's the charge down with the press. They chase the kick well. They've come through. And there is the hooker. Fowler, over he goes.
Now to this right wing of John McGlashan. Nikora-Balak. And to ground there through Dyson, the right wing. Now looking to set up the exit play, McGlashan. Trying to hold him up. Southland boys. It's there for Johnston. Carried back the call again.
Forward, Dave. Get out, eh?
And the clearance down as far as Peterson right for Southland boys. And the fullback returns with some vigour. Tackled by Dyson.
Wait, fun mark.
And no advantage, so the referee, Fraser Hannon, will come back.
Forwards if you're in front of the kick.
Yeah, just advancing.
Stop until you put onside.
And you can hear the referee there. They've made that clearance.
Right.
As their students now there into voice.
So looking for the touch. Southland boys wanting the hit back immediately after conceding the early try to Tom Fowler. First line out for Southland boys. Oh, they just drag it in. And they set up the play inside the 22. Nicholson has it. Away now to Jack Taylor. The hooker driven back by the McGlashan defence. Oh, just couldn't hold on, Jackson Bevan. And it's lost forward from the blindside flanker.
Well, just a touch untidy at line-out time. Uncharacteristically from Southland boys. Just couldn't quite get that one in. And here,
First scrum, boys.
just at the end,
Patience, okay, boys? Take our time.
went to look for that little tip pass just to offload it. That's a really nice moment, though, for John McGlashan, absorbing a little bit of pressure and coming off that defensive line.
Big test here, first scrum of the game, Ben Castle.
They need a really good feed here, John McGlashan. They need to get that ball in and away.
Let's go. Crouch.
Yeah, the try scoring the hooker in the middle. He need a good strike or Fowler. Get it back to the number 8's feet. Fed, of course, by Ryan Johnson, the halfback. There he is.
Stand up.
Got the number 8 there, Phoenix Abbott.
Talk to your back 5. There's a bit too much weight.
For John McGlashan.
See that balance, okay, on bone. Same mark. Let's go, boys.
So he's the key here on a defensive scrum, getting the ball back to his feet. Then you've got the options. You can see Johnson talking to him about the options they've got left and right, whether he will take that ball off the scrum.
Crouch.
Potential option just to clear Ryan Johnson, the halfback, but they've got to be stable up front to start with.
Sit. Stand up. Time off, boys. Come this way.
Probably a sign of that rain, Jeff, that's been hammering.
Boys, it's
well, most of the country really, a bit soft underfoot.
It's obviously a bit greasy.
There
I
you
think
go.
we're a bit too far away. Come a bit closer.
Spoke to John McGlashan management before the game. Some of them happy they saw a bit of rain.
Let's go.
Haven't had a lot of it down this part of the country. Of course, a proud boarding school too, John McGlashan.
Let's go, Amon.
Plenty of boarders coming from around the Otago and Southland region.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Now this time, Fraser Hannon
Too low on the arm.
awards the penalty to John McGlashan.
Well, that one that's gone against Liam McIntosh, the tight head, the number 3 there for Southland boys. Just not happy with the binding, so he's gone straight down in front of the referee.
Yep, just there.
And there's 2 big moments at set piece that John McGlashan have come out on top. That line out was slightly messy for Southland boys. Now a scrum penalty against them. You see it on this side here, just that bind, the elbow down. That's first to hit the ground for the tight head.
Yeah, get your men off. Get the middle men down.
So a victory there for Eamon Flannery for McGlashan. And now Tom Fowler, the try scorer. A good take, McGlashan, in the end, and they move it away into midfield. And a good carry there from Josh Funga. And a kick made downfield, and the bounce is awkward. Chasing through is Ryan Johnson, kick made, and Josh Funga coming up strongly in defence. Southland boys once again pinned back just outside their 22. Ryan Johnson heavily involved, the halfback. Playing halfback was Paraki. Good driving defence again. Archie McCrane there for McGlashan.
It's carried back.
Carried back the call from Fraser. And the clearance downfield again. And Ryan Leith plays it to his first 5'8", Caleb Hill. He looks for some space. Out to this left wing touch, and a great take in the end too. Beautiful on the wing there, John McGlashan. And Johnston to some low numbers, Morton. Just looking for gain line here, McGlashan. Under all sorts of pressure, ball back in field. But it's been lost forward. Well, you've got to praise the way John McGlashan are playing. Plenty of enterprise, but a slight error there, and Southland a chance to relieve some pressure.
Well, they put so much pressure on defensively now with ball in hand. Look at this lovely little kick here. The timing of it is perfect. And into the hands, and they keep recycling as well. It's a good carry, just losing it. The skipper, Laravi.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, Johnny. Everywhere we go, people want to know. People want to know who we are.
What have Southland boys got here at scrum time? Need a big one, and plenty of pressure coming in there.
Balls out, balls out.
There for Nicholson. And setting up the exit through Sam Kavanagh. No, that's Richie Kuresa, in fact. The centre, and he's down just outside the 22, but McGlashan won the penalty, and off quickly goes Ryan Johnston. Oh, he's been collared there, and Fraser Hannon is playing the advantage. Straight up Batman's trap, Morton.
Still got the advantage, Red.
Setting up the numbers out wide here. Little kick from Caleb Hill. And it's taken loose. Ryan Leith couldn't latch onto it. But we'll come back for the high tackle. And again, some great enterprise from their 5'8" Caleb Hill.
Well, great presence of mind as well for the number 9, Ryan Johnson.
Number 8, not back 10, and high tackle.
He was the one that was ended up the high tackle around him, but just that presence of mind to tap and go, and again put them under pressure.
Going to touch, back again.
Southland boys, Mitch Morden carrying it on.
And not content for points, John McGlashan, Ryan Leith sets up the set piece inside the 22. And will we see John McGlashan's ball here?
Until my arms are down. Holding the 10.
Trying to put pressure on this impressive Southland boys forward pack. They go to the front, Fowler, and ball and touch, didn't quite work. And so Southland boys escape for the meantime.
Yeah, good defence from Southland boys on that occasion. Nice little special line-out play.
To the middle, Jack Taylor throws, Southland boys clean. And now through Bevan. Good carry from the number 6. Jackson Bevan, the year 13 student. And a kick made, Tom Nicholson. And not a bad clearance too. Relieves the pressure for Southland boys.
Step 2, 57.
They go to the middle, tipped on the side of John McGlashan, and it's there for Johnston. And loose in midfield. They do clean up though, trying to hold Leith up as Kavanagh. The maul is called, and Southland boys, unless Johnnies can get this back, will have the turnover. They do. Great midfield defence.
Yeah, excellent defence. Just a little bit loose at line-out time, so just put them on the back foot with their attack. Now watch Kavanagh here, number 12, bang, and he's strong. That year 13 is second year in this first 15, the number 12 for Southland boys. And as soon as that maul was caught, he knew he could go to ground and get that turnover.
So a scrum for Southland boys just on the side of halfway.
Crouch.
Only the early try to Tom Fowler, the hooker for McGlashan,
Bind.
so far this afternoon.
Sit. Early.
I've got a free kick here. McGlashan going early, and so out to Kuresa. They flick it out to Peterson Wright. No, he's lost the ball. The fullback gone backwards though. That's there for Nicholson. And now Zion Taylor, another one of these impressive forwards for Southland boys. And they win a penalty, Southland boys. And not rolling John McGlashan. And that's not out for Southland boys, so a mistake.
Stopping red, stop!
And John McGlashan off the hook. Well, they haven't had many visits, Southland boys inside. McGlashan's 22. You can't afford that, Ben Castle.
Huge opportunity. There was the free kick, then into penalty, now line out time. Got a good drive if they need it.
And it goes from Taylor. And there it is. And now Southland boys, can they work it through Bevan again? He's carried well today to 6, just 13 minutes into this game. Just need to settle into their work, you feel. Last year's semi-finalists. Nicholson looks away, short side. Jack Taylor, just short. Look to pop the pass. They still go here, Southland boys. McIntosh. Looking away to the right. Taylor again. Wonderful run by the hooker. Nikora Ballack away to Peterson right. Shifts it on to Kuresa. Richie Kuresa. Good defence, John McGlashan. Still there for Southland boys. Now Withy, the captain, just a few metres out. Here they go through. Andrew, just short, Billy Andrew.
Advantage offside.
Over the line, Southland boys, and they score. Zion Taylor.
Well, the last set there, 10 phases from these young men in blue. Well, take the hat off to your man, Jack Taylor. It was off a very well worked, it was Bevan, the number 6. He was the initial carrier, and here's Taylor. Look at that fend and the pace. But some still equally good defence. John McGlashan, they're scrambling well. Then they got involved here. Again, the big forwards. And it's just at the end. Watch the number 8. He's been carrying well, Zion Taylor, and over he goes, right on that line.
Just too big and powerful, Zion Taylor, that close to the line. And there's the response from Southland boys.
Look at all these loose forwards. Jackson Bevan in the number 6. And Aaron Withy, the captain, and 7, Zion Taylor. Just big, combative players getting over the advantage line.
Nikora Ballack is on target. Wonderful kick. Kaya Nikora Ballack. And 16 minutes gone at John McGlashan. It's the visitors who lead 7 points to 5. Well, wrapped up warm this afternoon. The sun is starting to go behind the tree line here at Johnny's. And with it, the temperature dropping. Plenty of heat in this game so far. Caleb Hill with the restart. That's cleared downfield. Good nudge too by Kuresa. Set downfield again for Zion Taylor, the try scorer. He sends it away to the left. Down as far as Ryan Leith. In fact, that's Caleb Hill in the backfield for McGlashan.
Stop here, Red. Stop.
He's down to Narimu Paraki. Sends it in field to Nikora Ballack. Now Ryan Leith will have a chance to size up his options. Puts the right foot to it. Good boot too from Ryan Leith. Puts Southland boys right back inside their 22. It's a wonderful net game. Good boot, Ryan Leith.
Really good kicking battle, good display. From one, Caleb Hill, the number 10, and then this man on your screen, Leith.
First 5, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 2:57. Get up, Billy, get up! Get up!
They foul it. They go to the front court to find Cleaver Donovan. They still have it, John McGlashan. In fact, now it's been lost forward.
Whistle, boys. Knock
A little bit of feeling off the ball there too. as you'd expect from a traditional rivalry like this.
Well, they're getting plenty of advice from the sideline as well. Jeff, these two schools, whoever has the ball, plenty of feeling in it. Their friends and family, or the students out, all their mates, both teams. But again, back to this area.
Crouch!
Set piece where Southland boys were just starting to get the edge, a bit of ascendancy, especially at scrum time. JJ Fisher on this side, the loose end. It's a good hit.
That's there for Southland boys. Oh, player coming through. Good tackle from Ryan Johnston on his opposite. And he affects the turnover. Well, it's the sort of hustle that you need in these types of games. Southland boys might have the edge at scrum time, but good intensity from Ryan Johnston.
Well, you can see Nicholson, he's just had a look away and then couldn't see Ryan Johnson just sneaking up. He has been ferocious on D. His defensive work, the little half-back now giving a big pat on the back to his tight forwards who need to do a job here. And in the headgear there, the tight head prop for John McGlashan. And Jonty Light. They need a good hit here.
Sit!
He's got the entire boarding school behind him, Ryan Johnston, head border. And he clears the scrum, and now Caleb Hill. They look to play it in the midfield. Ryan Lee, beautiful line by the fullback, gets it away too. And Josh Funga scores a beautiful try for Johnnies.
Brilliant try, set-piece try from John McGlashan. As they take that ball away for that scrum. And then the line, the wonderful line from Leith. Look at him hit this ball here. This looks like Aaron Major all over it. Bang, look at that. And then the presence of mind from Funga to follow up. And then the fend, and then the finish. Wow. That ball there, this lovely line.
Yeah, just it.
Exceptional line from Ryan Leith. And what about the support play from Josh Funga? He got 5 for the try, give him 10 for the dive.
19-4.
And John McGlashan back in front. 10 points to 7.
We talk about these critical moments. Let's go back to Ryan Johnson, the halfback. Make that turnover play where he forced Tom Nicholson. They lost the ball. They get the feed to the scrum. And they distribute brilliantly. Funga to this man. Then a try time. What a response from John McGlashan College.
Ryan Leith sends it through. So he sets up a beautiful try for Josh Funga, and Ryan Leith extends the lead for Johnnies. 12-7, 21 gone in Dunedin. Aaron Major will be a happy man so far.
Oh, just seeing that as he stands behind those posts watching it come towards him, that try. There he is there just in the foreground, Aaron Major.
And Nikota Ballack to restart again. And again, another good kick. John McGlashan with the exit. Peterson Wright on the return. He puts a low flat kick in behind the defence. And outside the 22, that'll go too far. So they'll go all the way back. An error from John McGlashan, and Southland boys immediately will have the chance to set up camp in their half.
Let's go.
Taylor to the middle of the line out there for Nicholson. And again, looking to use this crash ball effectively. Southland boys set up a lot of their play so far in the opening 22 minutes. Now Wither, your captain, back on the angle into traffic.
Back, boys, back.
Nicholson going out to Billy Andrew. I think number 5. That's right again. Looking to use their loose forwards. Get them over the gain line here. Now it's Nikota Ballack, spies a bit of space. Nikota Ballack steps off the left. Oh, good tackle, Johnston. And just short, Southland boys but under real pressure, the home side, close, and Southland boys score again. And it's number 2 for their big number 8, Zion Taylor.
Well, just that little hole, the Nakora Balak, he spotted it. And he put the afterburners on, the number 10 for Southland boys. You'll see the Gavin pair, that defensive line comes up and he just spots that hole, just that left foot step and then the pace for good cover tackle. Again, Johnson, then the big men arrive again, and his nickname, well, it's Beef. Zion Taylor, and he's got 2.
I think that was your nickname too, wasn't it, Ben Castle? Or have I got that wrong?
No, I'm gonna.
He's gone silent. Deathly silent in the commentary box. So Southland boys hit back, and Kai Nikora Balak from a handy position. Straight forward. And in front, again, Southland boys.
Well, the big momentum shifts between the two sides. McGlashan, well, they get themselves back in and that lead, and then they just get powerful again, don't they? That short line out going to their loose forwards. And Taylor, Bevan, Withy just big carrying over the advantage line and setting it up for the likes of Nakora Balak.
Again, and lining this up is Araiti Burgess. Ball is loose, but Southland boys have it. Nicholson, away to Hitman again. Taylor.
Step.
Back to the man in the pocket, and a kick downfield. And it's taken there by Caleb Hill. He fires it in to Ryan Leith. Another great kick by the fullback, Ryan Leith. And pegs Nikora Balak inside his 22. And number 10 does pretty well with the player tracking him down on defence. Getting plenty of advice from the sideline here, both of these schools. As Nicholson digs in. Again. Looking to use some runners, Sam Cadner. And they win a penalty. Southland boys.
I can't allow him tackle move.
And so not rolling Johnnies, and the visitors a chance to clear their lines.
Yeah, just unfortunate on that occasion. John McGlashan, they're coming up very well on defence, making their tackles, just getting caught on that occasion on the ground. I mean, Zach Cleaver, Donovan, Phoenix Abbott. Some of those missed tackles there. And John McGlashan, some of them have been close to the line.
And it goes, tries of not straight, but it's there for Southland boys and Cadner. The second 5'8".
Hold him on.
Johnny's tried to get over the ball, but still there for Southland boys. That's a Nikora Balak, puts it up high. And a good take by Ben Dyson, the right winger for Johnnies. And it's there just on their side of halfway now. Johnston back to Hill. And he's sent it down as far as Peterson right. And plenty of space for the fullback to run. Charge though by Josh Funga, the try scorer.
Second one, you're trying to catch it.
They couldn't clean it up. That could have been another one.
Well, it's been a real feature, hasn't it? John McGlashan, they're doing a lot of kicking, well, both teams in this match, but their chase line is very good. And they managed to put pressure on it. There's some charge downs, just that second grab at it. Josh Funga, the co-captain.
Crouch.
There he is, Zion Taylor too today for the year 13.
Stand up.
And I like what they're doing, Ben Castle. Southland boys,
we're considerably
one off the
lower on
ruck,
side
using
than
their
the
big
other side. Bring the
players,
height
their
up,
loose
both of you,
forwards
okay?
especially, getting good gain line.
Yeah, that's the momentum as they get over, and it puts the defensive line on pressure on in two minds under a bit of pressure. But equally, both teams have been up to the defensive challenge that the attack has put on them.
Crouch.
This is one area though that Southland boys will just keep grinding away. Scrum time, line out drives. So they are strong.
Steady scrum. And Nicholson. Away, Nick Quarterballack again. Looks for some open space. Ryan Leith lining it up again. Does well again. The fullback still on his feet. Pops the pass off the ground. And Ryan Leith looking dangerous on the counter for John McGlashan. Just over the 10 inside Southland boys territory. Now Abbott. They win a penalty, Southland boys, though. Some good hustle, and Nick Quarterballack takes it quickly. And off he goes inside the Johnny's half. Nicholson. Away to Withy, the captain.
Left corner.
They go through McIntosh, the tight head. Happy to do this all day. Southland boys, but that'll hurt them. Again, just as they were building some pressure, Jack Taylor comes up with the knock-on.
Just starting to put a tempo into the game as well, a bit of speed, and the Quarterballack going quick. Look, that turnover, though, was brilliant. It was Billy Andrew, the big lock, the number 5. He was the one turning the ball over.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Look for a big boot here from Johnny's. They've been good on the clearance. Plenty of heat, though, from Southland boys. Great scrum. And Leith looks to throw the pass, but takes on the line himself. And some good meters here for Johnny's up to halfway. Just holding on there was Mitch Morton. A lock forward. And the referee seen something here, something cynical.
Completely off your feet. You've missed it, and then you slipped it out of his hands. Cynical, okay?
Hunter, Ariiti Burgess will spend some time in the bin. And with 5 to go here in the first half, this will play right into Johnny's hands, Ben.
Well, he's been prominent as well, has Ariiti Burgess. Just too tempted to reach out. Put his team under pressure. We'll see it here, just coming in, having a look, having one dig at the ball. You're allowed one go, and he must let go of it now, and then the whack. There it is. You can't do that.
Line out 22 for Tom Fowler and John McGlashan. They send up. Cleveland Donovan just bats it back. And Southland boys have it through Liam McIntosh. Willie bouncing out of a couple of tackles. Runs straight into Jack Timu. Nicholson look to move it away to the left. Some good hands here from Southland boys. And Richie Caressa. Well, I thought he had the rules on there, the number 13. And he didn't release correctly.
Well, who is the man holding on to him? It's almost more impressive that Ryan Johnson, the number 9, well, that's Caressa, now walking back. I thought he'd release the ball, but it's actually his knee had hit the ground, so that is a tackle. He must release that ball. Get a good look at it here after some good tackle. There he is, the number 9 again. There's one tackle, drags him down, and at that moment there, when the knee hits the other player as well, he's got to release it. That's deemed a tackle.
Well, he had the right idea, Richie Caressa, to release, but just couldn't quite do it correctly. And so John McGlashan, through Ryan Leith, will have a chance to hit the front just out from half-time.
It's an interesting call, this one. Points are critical. They're building the scoreboard. They are a man down in that line out. Southland boys, so that could have been the option. There's a handy kicker, though.
Nice kick, Ryan Leith. Nothing sheepish about that. And Johnny's hit the front once more, 15-14. Just out from half-time. Getting on with dad jokes from Ben Castle. He's written me a list, actually, ahead of today's broadcast. So there's one of them. He caught a ballot. Again, down to this right wing and taken by the number 8, Abbott. Tries to fire the pass away. Done well again, but Southland boys piling through, putting pressure on at the breakdown.
Stop in front, Red.
Hell.
Stop. You're all offside.
A desperate kick downfield. Peterson Wright has it. And another return for the fullback. Great pass away to Billy Andrew. And now it's Taylor once more. Now Cabinet driven back. Some defence there from Abbott and Eamon Flannery from McGlashan. Nicholson looks open side. And they go that way through Taylor. Passes on Peterson Wright. Again, the man on defence is good for McGlashan, and it's that man Johnston again. He's been everywhere, the halfback. Taylor looking for a third try for Southland boys. And they build inside McGlashan's 22. Now Taylor, Jack Taylor.
Good.
That's JJ Fisher, the loose head, right in front of McGlashan sticks. Withy, the captain. Some courageous defence. Larrabee, the captain for McGlashan. And now Fisher again.
Hold it.
Patient play, Southland boys. Taylor trying to get over the ball is Morton, and they win a penalty. Brilliant work, McGlashan.
Yep.
I can take that. Oh, what a way to absorb a whole lot of pressure. 12 phases. This big forward pack of Southland boys. And what a way to finish.
So half-time here in Dunedin. John McGlashan against Southland boys. It's the home side, John McGlashan, who lead 15 points to 14.
Just listening to the words as well of Dermody, Jason Dermody, the coach of Southland boys, the line-outs. He wants them to kick to those corner and start putting pressure on at line-out time, holding on to that ball, eliminating their errors. This will be a great half of rugby.
Caleb Hill gets the second half underway, and John McGlashan. Again, Southland boys off for the kick, and now Hill again running into traffic. What a game Johnston's had so far, the halfback. He finds a one-off runner.
Leave it, mister.
And Cleaver Donovan, now there he's there again. And looking to move it left. Oh, just lost forward by the captain, Thomas Larrabee.
Oh, just an error there. The other co-captain, Larrabee.
Keep
There are
working
some
on the scrums,
substitutions
boys.
on there. You can see there's Keegan Ferguson in 16. He's on for that try scorer. Fowler and Charles Engelbrett. And number 17, he's on for Eamon Flannery. So some changes in the front row. And they're into it. 1 minute in, they get their first taste of scrum time action.
Bind! Stand up. Yeah. Boys, patience, nice and slow on the bind, okay?
Well, 4 All Blacks to come out of John McGlashan. As we said, Andrew Hoare, former captain Ron Elvidge, played 9 test matches. Ed Stewart only played 1 game for the All Blacks, but he played for Otago against the Springboks in 1921 when he was still at McGlashan. So not as many as Southland boys, but a few stories to tell. A bit of pressure coming at scrum time there of Johnny's, and they win a penalty. Well, that's a real statement early in this second half. Of course, Southland depowered. That'll give them plenty in the second 35.
Well, they've just turned that scrum perfectly on that occasion. They've turned it right into Ryan Johnson, the halfback, so he can put pressure on as it's moved around. Their backline can come up.
Make sure I got both.
Oh, 2 substitutions we talked about at scrum time, then added. You talk about making an impact when you come off the bench. Well, there's no better one than that for those 2 front rowers. As it's just shifted around, we can see halfback there, Ryan Johnson from McGlashan. He's the one that comes over. You can see him putting pressure on.
So Keegan Ferguson from McGlashan. And a good throw first up too. And they set the maul here. Tidy set piece, John McGlashan. And he's been watching tape of Ash Dixon. Here has Keegan Ferguson. Big maul, McGlashan, and they score. On the park, big scrum. And he gets a try to his name, Keegan Ferguson.
Well, the word impact again. The front rower. He fed that ball into that very well taken line out. Watch Larrabee as well at the front, number 6. He was the one who went down on his knee as well, but he managed to lift up again. He is key. The big number 6 co-captain keeping it all together just for his man there. Ferguson to go over, added the weight from the halfback, Ryan Johnson. We've mentioned him plenty today. What a brilliant try.
Well, some sort of statement from John McGlashan, albeit Southland boys with Hunter Arieti Burgess in the bin. Just outside the 22, as you hear the chainsaws at John McGlashan. Ryan Leith, beautiful, swings it round. Well, there's a bloke by the name of Chainsaw who was fairly handy down this part of the country in his playing days, and this man's been good today too, Ryan Leith.
We talk so often in a game of when great time to score before and after half-time. We talk about impact from the bench as well. Well, we've just seen both brilliantly for John McGlashan.
Into the sun, good take, John McGlashan. And Ryan Johnson, he's been wonderful today, directing the troops, the halfback, back to his 5'8", Caleb Hill. And not a bad kick too. Taking his time is Peterson Wright. And familiar play, big number 8, Zion Taylor. He just bumps off the man, the number 17, Engelbrecht. A little dummy from JJ Fisher into contact. McGlashan won a penalty. And really starting to fizz now, the home side.
Oh, on that occasion, Mitch Morton, the big lock. And look at that, last 5 penalties conceded.
Original penalty is holding on his feet.
Some of those in that first half, and now they've just started. A little bit of ill-discipline.
Well, that's proved costly. Arieti Burgess's sin bin, and we'll take a look here. Morton's been big today, Ben.
Well, look how many numbers are trying to move him, and they can't. There's 3 that arrive, and he just withstands it.
Just hold on front, Matt. Time off, Matt. We've got to wait for him.
And then the momentum of this team, we've just seen a brilliantly worked line out from John McGlashan. A good line out drive. Well, they go back to 15 on 15 now. Is Hunter Arieti Burgess. He comes in and much needed.
Again, a prime spot for McGlashan. Out goes Cleaver Donovan. Here they go through their number 8 Abbott. They're just out, McGlashan, a few metres. Another try here would really make it difficult for Southland boys. They've got the penalty advantage. Funga tries to step through the Southland boys' defence. Johnston looks at his options. And Fraser Hannon will come back. Southland boys offside.
Yeah.
What does this high energy halfback
6
do?
offside, boys. Last feet, please. Hands in feet. On the goal line.
Well, this will please Ben Castle. The old-fashioned tap and go. And they do go close. I think it's Ferguson again. Well, Fraser Hannon took a close look. He couldn't quite see it, held up the call. But it is that man Ferguson getting the pats on the head.
That must have been close. Must have been close. Look at the exposure. He takes it off on the power and keeps going. He's got 3-4. McGlashan arrived as well. Oh, equally very good defence. And now scrum time. Oh, they must nail this. It's a hard place to defend. Scrum time. Southland boys are back to 8. Caleb Hill, the 5'8", right behind the McGlashan scrum. And some space out to this blind side.
Stand up. Time off. Time's off. Yeah, come here, boys. Time's off. Front
What do
row
you
lifting,
see
please.
happening here for McGlashan, Ben?
Okay, boys, we've had far too many resets and issues, okay? Again, on this side, we're a bit low. We need to bring the hit up, and the whole scrum's coming this way, so no one's going forward, okay? Square and steady till the ball's in, okay? Let's go.
Talking about square and steady, McGlashan, well, they need a really, really good hit here, and talking about it, getting that good strike from the hooker. There's Ferguson now. He must get it back to the number 8's feet. And then they've got the options, then they can put it on. And Southland boys, well, they'll have to make sure that, especially the loose forwards, they're judging left and right. Where do they go to defend this? And that's really key. There is Caleb Hill, as you mentioned, Jeff. He's behind that scrum, which he becomes that triple threat.
Good scrum, McGlashan. Johnston, away to Funga. He's well taken care of. And Southland boys look to affect the maul. But it's still there at ruck time for McGlashan. Abbott. Jonty Light, the tight head over the ball. Hit a halfback, McGlashan. They set the pick once more. Now giving Southland boys a taste of their own medicine and playbook here. McGlashan, Johnston. And again, it's Phoenix Abbott, the year 12.
Last feet, boys.
Caleb Hill right in front of the sticks. Plenty of options outside him. They spin it wide. John McGlashan. Oh, good tackle as well. Southland boys, their number 6, Jackson Bevan. And now Johnston looks for a wee snipe. Some real heat coming in from Southland boys, but McGlashan through Morton. The carry for the big lock. Ball is loose. And McGlashan, another penalty.
Tackle, knee to the ground, must release.
Well, they're just recycling and going direct.
Tom?
John McGlashan, it's good defence, though, from Southland boys. They know that this one here is critical, but their defence. And a bit of discipline there. It is 11 penalties.
Got called, Fred.
Lion's share of those have happened in this, on the dying stage of that first half and into the second half.
A change for John McGlashan. Clayton Cochrane will come off the bench in the number 22 jersey for Ben Dyson.
This is a good option, gives that forward pack who have been carrying that ball a bit of time to regroup, time to take a breath, and of course it pushes that scoreboard out.
Ryan Leith, no mistake from the fullback. 46 gone in Dunedin. Aaron Major will be happy. 25-14. His side leads Southland boys.
Perfect, cheers, mate.
Well, he'll be happy with what he's seen so far. Jamie, especially from the forwards in the second half.
Ooh. Oh, the man next to him as well, John Timu. Plenty of famous faces watching on, their family in this match.
Where's this one gone? It's still there with John McGlashan off the restart. And back with Caleb Hill, carried back the call. And so fielded by Peterson Wright. Leith lining it up, no. That's Hill, calls the mark.
Yep. 10 minutes here, boys. Inside.
And a good clearance too from Caleb Hill. Well, John Teamer, of course, his son Josh, talented player for the Highlanders in Otago. And John himself a great All Black. His Southland boys win the line-out. And a good run from Bevan. He's been good today. In fact, that's Jack Taylor, the hooker. Now Nikora Ballot tries a different approach. Little kick over the top. And Cochrane, a touch for the number 22. Trying to drag him in a touch. Done well. Nikora Ballot cleaning up the scraps. Now it's Andrew. Up inside Johnny's 22. Kavanagh away to and number 19, Josh Evans. Well, defence has been handy today from John McGlashan. Carry from Andrew again. Rolling up the sleeve, Southland boys. Now this line speed has been good from the home side. Caleb Hill on defence. Another touch for Billy Andrew, the Year 13 student. Oh, good hands from Jack Taylor around the bootlaces. Looking organised here on defence is McGlashan, Josh Evans, another carry. Now Peterson Wright. Bevan pops the ball over the top to White.
Backward, step. Good.
Ninth phase for Southland boys as they look for a response and a way back into this game.
Stay down, mate. Good.
Nicholson away to the captain, Aaron Withy. Trying to find a way through McGlashan's defence. Andrew once more. Now the tight head, McIntosh just out. Oh, he could have reached, I thought. Liam McIntosh still there for Southland boys. Just short. This defence has been magnificent so far from John McGlashan. Camped right on their line. Southland boys close, and they score.
On the line.
And it's their tight head prop, Liam McIntosh, who after 14 phases scores for Southland boys.
Well, as much as their defence was so strong for McGlashan, they had to break. They just kept on coming, wave after wave after wave of Southland boys. Big, strong carry, getting over the advantage line. Look at that, they're going in 1s and 2s and 3s. And that big tight head, McIntosh. Well, he's been prominent in the open phases as well. A few bodies down and out. They've had to make some tackles. They've shown plenty of spirit on defence, have John McGlashan.
Well, still plenty of time left here in Dunedin for Southland boys to come back and take the lead. They won this game last year in the opening round by 2 points, 17-15 over Johnny's. And of course went on to have a great season, falling short in the semis. Nikora Ballot looks to swing it round, he does. Great kick, guy, Nikora Ballot. And it's a 4-point game at McGlashan.
Well, there he is, the try scorer. Really good. And there's tight work, set-piece work with his ball carry and defence.
16 gone.
Get in the ear.
Good to have some McGlashan old boys watching on live on Sky Sport. Shout out to Nick Baker. I hope you're enjoying the game, the coverage here. There's Caleb Hill, centred down inside the 22. They try and work it out through Kuresa. Peterson right to Withy.
No, ball's there, you're pushing it into him.
Going to apply some pressure at ruck time. McGlashan, Peterson right. He sends it down. A length that fires in field. Now Josh Funga. He's got his left winger, McClure outside him. Passes on to Stanley McClure. He does well to stay in field. Try to drag him into touch. But Fraser Hannon has seen something, and he awards it to Southland boys.
Not releasing there. That's number 22, Caleb Williams. For Southland boys, he came across in perfect body position. Fighting over that ball.
Subs 19 coming on for who, Mark? Number 4. Number 4 off.
There's a nice moment.
Yep, just hold up.
Jeff.
Time's still up.
Jamie Joseph just before. Here is Ben Joseph. He's on number 19.
I just said time's still off. We've got to wait for him to get off the field, mate.
Led the haka well today to Ben Joseph.
Time is back on.
A nice round of applause for Mitch Morton. Had a good game. Couple of big turnovers for the starting lock. He's earned the breather. Hey, Jack Taylor. And it goes. Good take, Southland boys. Nicholson. Flat ball runner. Cabner into contact. Looks for the blindside play here. And now Araiti Burgess going to make amends after his time in the bin. Up towards the McGlashan 10. Oh, now Andrew, big contact on Engelbrook. And Nicholson once more. He caught a ballot, one of those little dink kicks over the top. And Johnson has snaffled it. He's been tidy today, the 9 for McGlashan. And just losing it forward there was Cleaver Donovan. And just some pressure starting to creep into McGlashan's game.
There's number 19, Josh Evans. He's been prominent as he's come on. A lot of substitutions now for both teams.
Less than that.
And there is that possession. Much there is territory.
Good last scrum, boys. Keep the patience, please.
More even in that stat between these two. And Southland boys, the amount of ball they've had just shows you how well this John McGlashan defence has been.
Bind. Sit.
Big pressure coming through from Southland. Nicholson, he caught a ballot and cut it past Kuresa. White to the wing here of White, Ryan White. And a good tackle on him by McClure. And they win a penalty, Southland boys. And they've got McGlashan coming in from the side.
Not cut the corner. Last feet, please.
What's that called, Chase?
We talk about big moments in games, Ben Castle. 4 points adrift, Southland boys. Huge set piece here.
Well, the words at half-time from the coach of Southland boys will be ringing in their ears. Jason Dermody talking about kicking to that corner and start taking them on at set-piece time. Now they're starting to get that momentum. They're starting to earn some penalties. And here goes their line out. And to the middle, Southland boys once more.
Get out, 19. Good.
And setting them all nicely here. Now this blue and white machine starts moving forward, an advantage, a penalty advantage to Southland boys. Taylor looks to carry forward. Withy, 5 out, Southland boys.
Playing advantage again, offside.
Another advantage. So they can chance their arm through. Morrison.
Tackle now.
Short side play, Andrew. He's carried well today, the number 5. Plenty of numbers, one off. Oh, no one wants it though. Ball on the deck, but Fraser Hannon was playing the advantage.
You've got options. You've got an offside midfield or back at the maul, close to the touchline. It's just over here, the offside.
Well, the mood that Southland boys look to be in, I don't think
offside,
3 points is
number 12 and
going to do it. Well, there it is again. Very good line out. They got the advantage off that line out as well, the penalty advantage. John McGlashan being a bit, dragged it down.
Boys, more discipline, please. Keep them all up.
Well, the bank started to fill out here with supporters for both schools. And Southland won a big line out through Arieti Burgess, but lost forward. Well, I thought they'd done well there at set piece, but just not quite executing when they needed it most.
Oh, another example of John McGlashan just not giving up and nailing the moments as they pile in there on defence. They separate them brilliantly. And just almost too much momentum for Southland boys. Couldn't control the ball, but the pressure's not off. Now this is the scrum is starting to move forward, Southland boys.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Huge pressure, scrum time, Southland boys. They do clear it though, John McGlashan. And down as far as Peterson right. And he takes on the number 22, Cochrane. Good tackle, Clayton Cochrane. But not out of the woods yet, McGlashan. Andrew. Away to Caleb Williams. Trying to counter-ruck here, McGlashan, but still there for Nicholson. Withy, and lost forward. Well, they've persisted with the one-off play. And again, another error, really letting McGlashan off the hook.
Ages, boys, 23 gone.
Would you look at that there, the last 5 minutes, it has been 100% in Southland boys. They are putting the pressure on, starting to nail this game, but the defence from John McGlashan has been up to that challenge, and they are forcing the errors.
Crouch!
Now their scrum again, a better field position than last time, but they must nail it. This pressure started to come on. You watch this blue machine on the left just start pumping the legs.
The pressure coming, but good enough for McGlashan. Caleb Hill bangs it downtown. Oh, can't hold on. Peterson right, went backwards though. And then the fullback once more takes on Clayton Cochrane, who's made a couple of very good tackles as McGlashan arrive in support. Nicholson. Arieti Burgess driven back. Great defence, Phoenix Abbott. And resorting to the kick, Southland boys. And it sits up well for Ryan Leith. Good tackle around the bootlaces, Josh Evans. And Ryan Johnston. Well, back to Hill, who slips. And it's there for Southland boys. And Rico Muliaina, familiar name, nephew of Mills. And now it's Josh Funga, who makes, I'm sure, a well-appreciated clearance. Midway 10, halfway, McGlashan side.
Well, that's Caleb Hill down the 10. Just slipped as he kicked that ball. Hopefully just cramped.
Yeah, I thought so.
Another cramping as well there, yeah. Ryan Leith as well. He was under a very nice moment though. The centre, Richie Caressa from Southland boys, giving Ryan Leith a bit of assistance. We'll hope that he's okay.
11.
Well, their spine has been good today, John McGlashan, particularly from Ryan Johnston.
If it's just cramp, we're going to play.
Caleb Hill has steered them well, and Ryan Leith has shown a lethal boot from the back too to get them out of trouble. But it's this forward pack, hasn't it been, that's really stood up in the second half, tackled their hearts out.
Time's going on, guys. Water off.
There's Aaron Major, All Black, number 1013, 89 Crusader caps, 50 for the Leicester Tigers, 46 tests for the All Blacks.
Now in charge of John McGlashan, who at the moment leads Southland boys by 4. Caressa. They're trying to hold them up in the maul again, McGlashan. Moving forward though. Can they get numbers there? They can. Not coming out of there, and they'll get the turnover. Oh, Phoenix Abbott, plenty of pats for the 8. and starting to believe now that perhaps this is possible in front of their home fans.
Well, two big plays from the big number 8 for John McGlashan. He made a huge hit earlier.
Boys, this side, keep the height up, okay?
And then look at them all arrive here. Well, man, Caleb Hill, we thought he had a little bit of cramp in a sore leg, but he's just jumped up as well. And as soon as that maul is called, that doesn't need to go anywhere. And look what it means. That claps the pats on the back. Must nail the scrum now.
Bind! Sit! Steady! Steady!
Oh, pressure coming once more, Southland boys, and that's a big penalty.
Tight head
They
collapsing
needed
to
the
knee.
platform there. That Jonty
head
Lights
to the knee.
conceded. In fact, yes, I think the tight head for McGlashan.
Well, that's just pure pressure from Southland boys. They've just come in. Took the weight down, Dean to collapse under pressure. So now this big line out. The Southland boys gets another opportunity.
And it goes, oh, untidy. And it's on the side of McGlashan. Well, was that the chance for Southland boys? Josh Funga bangs it down to this left wing, and it's taken by Taylor Peterson right for Southland boys. Now, Ariete Burgess. Still plenty of time to try and find a winner in Dunedin. Williams, the ball loose again, and Nikora Ballot has to tidy up. McGlashan over the ball, but it's still there for Tom Nicholson. Trying to counter-ruck here.
They use it, please!
McGlashan. Nikora Ballot plays halfback, and he clears down as far as Leith. And Leith, how's this turned out? And that's not too bad from the fullback. Pins Southland boys inside the 22. And off the side of the boot. Knee corner Ballot, big result for John McGlashan.
Cool heads for these teams. This is what they need, both of them now, these pressure moments. Back to basics.
Oh, big take, McGlashan. Big take. And now Funga off to Abbott. Oh, Southland boys do well, though, to win the penalty.
10 on the ball.
And it's their number 10 who comes up with a huge play, Kai Nikora Ballot.
A great defensive read from Kaya Nikora Ballot, the number 10, who's been very prominent, so experienced.
Ball not out. Ball not out, so McGlashan once more, Leith with the kick. And now Southland just put this straight up. Midfield playing, Caleb Hill takes it. And he opts for the flat low kick. Not a bad option by the 10. And lost forward. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, these big games between these two great rivals, that's pressure. And a few Otago boys players happy there. Well, it's Otago boys next week for Southland boys, so perhaps they like what they see here.
Coming off the boys, what number? Mitch, what number's coming off? Yeah, what number's going off? Huh? Oh yeah, thank you.
Get up, get your ball. Let's go.
That's William Smiley. So he has replaced Ryan Johnson, the halfback. He's had a massive game, Ryan Johnson.
Huge scrum, Southland boys, but they do get it out, McGlashan. And Leith, oh, big spot tackle coming up by Ryan White. And the referee blows this one the way of
13 on his feet.
Southland boys. The player was holding on.
Yeah, brilliant play, Richie Caressa.
5 to go.
Midfielder, in really good body position. There he is. That's a big penalty, much needed as well. absorbed. Caleb Hill trying to clean him out.
Well, there's the last 5 penalties of the game. Tells the story. The pressure was right on Southland boys, and then the tide turned. So still 5 minutes for the visitors to try and pinch it. They win the set piece just. And now to Kuresa in midfield. Richie Kuresa. So the player was offside and he's called it too. There's Fraser Hannon, so a chance through. Peterson right, they'll come back. Archie McRae thinks his Christmases have come at once.
The line, please, quiet.
Accuracy, the key here, Ben Castle for Southland boys.
Well, these are the moments. They need both teams. Well, they've been so good on defence, John McGlashan, when the pressure's been on.
Ariete Burgess at the front, big take by the number 4, Nikora Balak. Defence key for McGlashan here, shifting it on White. Got a bit of space, tries to play it back in field and lost forward. So advantage to McGlashan for the knock on. And perhaps was that the chance for Southland boys.
Turnover's good there.
Well, the pressure, I think the pressure is off yet. The scrum that Southland boys, they've been putting it on. John McGlashan have managed to get it away.
Let's just play the game, okay?
Just on each occasion. Well, he's had a massive game. There he is, that co-captain, Thomas Larrabee. He's been brilliant. Some brilliant tackles. Driving his team forward.
Bind! Sit!
Southland boys' scrum has looked good in the second half, and again some pressure on McGlashan. And there's the penalty, huge scrum.
Tight head to a knee again. 3 red to a knee.
Well, this will go straight to the corner, surely. Yep. And it goes. Just the 22 though, Jeff.
84 plays 41, Rucks and Mauls the way of Southland boys. They've had to defend plenty. McGlashan in this game. Can they defend some more? Oh, get the ball back. Again, untidy Southland boys. And again, McGlashan can relieve some pressure. Big kick downfield. It's still in play though, and Ryan White does well to clean up McGlashan pile through. The player can't get out of there. And they've got the man for off his feet.
Clearly off feet.
4-point game in Dunedin, and Kaya Nikora Balak finds a touch inside McGlashan's half. Good kick too. And he takes play up to the 22.
Boys, keep the 10 until I put my arms down. Hold it.
And it goes, and Southland boys win the clean line out. Billy Andrew in the maul. Goes to ground. And lost forward. Massive turnover. As we tick into the final minute in Dunedin.
Boys, just make sure we hold the posture until the ball is out.
One last set piece, a big one needed for John McGlashan.
Bind! Sit!
William Smiley to feed. Heat coming from Southland boys. He clears. Can't quite clear it. It's there for Southland boys. Through Fisher. Goodness me. Nicholson. Away to Taylor. Here they come, the boys in blue. Aaron Willie, the captain. Nikora Ballack. Shifting it wide. Peterson right in the corner. Enrico Muliaina thinks he scored. But that's the game. John McGlashan won it. A thriller in Dunedin. That's what it means. The Day boys pile in, the Borders pile in. Aaron Major's side has a famous victory here in Dunedin over Southland boys, and they win it 25 points to 21.